there is no doubt, I think, in most of the Kenyans on that we need a change of regime. Yeah. People say Ruto must go, and must go he will. Because on 10th of August, we are 55 weeks away. Yeah. It's not very far. But the outgoing president, Ruto, will not be in office on the 11th of August by the virtue of the collective will of the people. Yeah. Sovereignty of the people.
Yes.
But then what? Because I look at it this way. The injustices we are facing, the tax injustice, the odious debt, the collapse of our whole health system, education system. Today we are talking about people washing clothes and utensils along the shores of Lake Victoria. A woman gave birth outside a hospital in Tana River. Is it Tana River?
Yeah.
Those things, Ruto will not take them home.
Yeah.
So Ruto goes, which is good for the country.
Yeah.
And then what?
So Ruto goes, and then you have a country that is going to be run on rule of law, constitutionalism, a country that can be able to say, let's audit our debts from the last 15 years and see the money that you borrowed, where the money went. A country that is going to go after people who have looted since the devolution came into place. A country that promises to ensure people who commit economic crimes are prosecuted, and if possible, they are hanged in public to deter people from stealing from public coffers. We just need to imagine a new country. And 2 years ago, actually, the Gen Z imagined a new Kenya. There was a feeling that Kenya can change,
right?
That the leaders that you have in power can be accountable to the people. That was the dream of the Gen Z, and that dream has not died yet.
Still alive.
And we hope that we, the millennials, and the parents of millennials, baby boomers, we're not going to betray the Gen Z spirit. Because if we betray the Gen Z spirit and we vote along tribal lines and we elect the same people, same forest, same monkeys, or different forest, same monkeys, Kenya is going to be gone forever. Kenya cannot survive this reckless kind of leadership. A leadership that doesn't care, a leadership that lacks empathy, a leadership that never serves the people, that is just self-serving. Kenya cannot afford that for another 5 years.
and I do agree with you on that one. So the question then becomes, do you feel from where you stand the civic education gap is shortening? Because if we're able to imagine the new Kenya, the birth of a nation that we want, the ideals that we want to aspire to and manifest through the ballot, we are able to imagine that. But the only way to effect that is through the ballot.
True.
The Constitution has provided a clear path that we have the voting process, which is coming up in the near future. But do you feel the voter has begun to awaken to that realization that, your tribal kingpins, today they're saying they're kingpins, but they're not solving the problems. Your kingpins are serving in the cabinet, but you're still having the problems in the ministries that they serve in. So are Kenyans realizing that kingpins, tribal kingpins, are not the solution? The way you say that some old man coming and saying, you know what, I'm going to bring this block of votes, so you should give me this much share of the government. Are we realizing that we are responsible for giving birth to that new nation that we are imagining that began in June 2024?
So we have been so neglected as a country by our leaders that we don't see that we have that power.
Right.
So we need to first believe that Kenya can change and that we can actually elect a new leadership. So that belief place, we're not even there yet. But also you have to realize that people who, because of the way politics is run in this country, they did not vote in the last election. Almost 8 million Kenyans. Right. How do you get those people to say, we're going to vote this time round?
And vote right. Not just vote, but vote right.
Yeah, vote right at the same time, right? Like if there's going to be a competition between the devil and Satan, look for the angel that you don't know and vote for that angel, So that's where we are at. It's going to take a lot of us speaking at the same time. Okay, let's first dream of that country. And once we have that, envision the country we want, then let's sell our dream, with the Gen Z sold us actually, that the leaders can actually work for us. If we're able to do that, Kenya will change. And remember, you're going to be going against the machine of politicians who have benefited from tribal politics, who have so much money to pay people, who will also try and buy votes, who will try and reward their cronies, who will try and say one side of this country is going to vote for me. So you're going to be going an entire system that has worked for a very, very long time. So The question is, can the progressives who are in politics like me work together and sell that dream and tell Kenyans how that dream is going to be realized?